Hey there, you guys. Welcome back to Daily Business Tips. This is my day 14 business tip. It's been a little while since I made one. They are not in any particular order, but this is the 14th installment. And today I want to talk to you about business policies, why you should have them, what you might want to have them around, and when to enforce them. I think this is one of the biggest places where we get tripped up when it comes to our business policies. So what business policies should you have? In general, I think we want to have cancellation policy if you see clients one-on-one. Probably some policies and procedures around refunds, payment at the time of service, things like that. And then and service providers will probably also want to have some policies around their gift certificate sales, any special offers that you might be doing. And the great thing about policies is that they're yours. You create them, and you can also change them if they're not working for you. I think the reason that we sometimes resist creating policies is because we're nervous about the enforcement side of it. So you've got these policies, and then, what happens when somebody breaks one of your policies or, does something and you need to enforce that policy? And here's the thing, we don't have to enforce our policies just because we have them. And I think that this is one of the greatest realizations. Your policies protect you, and they're there for you when you need them and when you want to use them, but you don't always have to use them. So, and the most common one that I see people struggling with or having problems with is a cancellation policy. And I believe there are lots and lots of exceptions to cancellation policies, but that it's a good idea to have one that's written down, that's on your website, that you tell clients about, so that when you do need to enforce it and you do need to set a boundary with a client, you are able to do that, and you're able to say, here's my policy. You agreed to it, when you signed this form at your first appointment. You agreed to it when you made your appointment. And that way, if you do need to collect a fee or something from a client that has canceled, at the last minute, or is a chronic canceler or something like that, you've got that policy in place to protect you. But that does not mean that when your really good client has a last minute emergency or gets sick, that you have to enforce your policy. In fact, it's a huge goodwill builder to not enforce your policy sometimes. And so I would always just kind of reverse the situation. If I truly believe my client and I were in their shoes, what would make me feel really good right now? And do you want to preserve that relationship with that person or not? Because if it's a client that's maybe a little bit of a pain in the butt and you kind of want to scooch them out the door, that might be a great time to enforce your policy. So definitely let me know. Drop a comment if you have an opinion on this, or you've had times when you felt really good about enforcing your policies, or what you might give exceptions for. So I look at the overall tendencies of that client. I look at how much money they spend with me over the course of a year or 2 years or 5 years. I mean, I've had clients for 8 to 10 years. And so, do I want to enforce a cancellation policy on clients that pay me every week for 5 years, 6 years? No, I don't, because we're all humans. And you know what? And they give me the same grace when I have to cancel on them at the last minute because I had a sick kid or a car problem or those things that come up in life. So it really depends on the situation and your relationship with that client, whether or not you enforce your policy. So an analogy I like to use is your policies can kind of be like your rules for your children, right? So you're the mom of your business and there's a bedtime, right? So any of us that have kids, no kids, have big kids, know that there's generally a bedtime. But we've got some moms out there who are like, I love bedtime. Bedtime keeps me sane and keeps my house running properly, and I'm a bedtime enforcer. And we have other moms that are more like me, and bedtime's more of a suggestion. Um, it's a range. Like, we start getting ready for bed, it's somewhere around this time. I'm pretty laid back about it. But if I have a reason to and I need to, like we have to get up early the next morning, or people have been cranky pains in the butts, then I can say, look, we have a bedtime. This is the policy. This is the rule in this house. And I can just decide that I'm enforcing it on that day. Now, that is the same in business, because we all have different things that are important to us, our personalities, our financial situations, and all of those things factor into whether or not we enforce our policies on a particular day with a particular client or in a particular situation. But I would definitely recommend that you have policies in place, that you see how they work, change them and update them as needed, but have them there for you so that they can protect you and be there for you when you need them. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Have a peek at my amazing August sale. I am putting 3 helpful courses and products on sale for you every 3 days in August. So right now, if you head to my shop, you'll see the 3 courses that are on sale today, and tomorrow are the last days for those courses. And then I also have my new Success Library heavily discounted for the whole month. So check that out as well, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much. Continue being awesome yourself, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.